Hey, what's going on guys, my name is Tinzer and today I'm back with another Fortnite video, and today, as you can see by the title of this video, I'm going to be telling you my best controller builds. So if you guys are enjoying this video, make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new to this channel, and also click that little bell button to get notified every single time I upload. So let's not waste any more time and get straight into the video. Alright, so get into our settings menu. The first thing we'll be checking out is obviously our matchmaking region. You want to have that to the closest possible places as you are. So if you're in America, you obviously want to have neither North America or the East Coast. You have the West and the East Coast. Yep. Obviously, since I am, or you can even set it to auto actually, but since I'm in Europe, I'm going to keep it to Europe. Next thing is the controller sensitivity. I keep mine on 0.7 and 0.6, but with the new update that just came out a few days ago, you can actually really fine tune this. You can get to the 100th. I can get 0.71. So if you guys are feeling that 0.7 is too high, you can change it down to 0.65. But even if that's too slow, you can change it to even 0.67. And that's obviously for the X. So that's left, right, and then you have Y, which is up and down. Next thing is the controller targeting sensitivity, which is when you basically when you use a scoped weapon such as the sniper or the scoped assault rifle or even the thermal scoped, which is and mine is 0.55, and then you got the targeting sensitivity, and that's when you aim down the sights, and I've got on mine as 0.48. Now the next thing is actually a new setting which they've added is the control building sensitivity. So now look, if I go back and save this, when I spin round like that, this is how fast I spin. But when I pull out my building materials, I spin so much faster, so it's a lot easier to build one by one. So look how fast it is now. It's so much faster, as you guys can see. Right, let me get into the next one, which is invert view. Obviously you do not want that on, it's just gonna mess up how everything looks. The Xbox safe zone, that just sets the user interface if it's bigger or smaller for the Xbox. Streamer mode off, I keep that off. Hidden matchmaking, that's for streamers basically, and it changes the amount of time it takes to get into a game. That's the HUD scale, the heads up display, whether it's big or large. I like to have it on the smaller side. I don't want to have it like all the way full up there. I just like it when it looks a little bit smaller. Now the show spectator count, I have that on. It just basically, it's that little icon at the bottom left, and it shows you how many people are spectating you. Now I have sprint by default on, since I binded my left stick to something different, but I'll show you that guys I'll show you that in a second. Sprint castles to reloading, I've got that off, even though some people do have it on, in case you want to run away from someone while you're reloading, which makes sense I guess. Tap to search interact, I have this on as well. So what basically this says, you don't have to hold your button when you're either reviving players or opening chests. And I find this really useful, since you can drop your teammates some meds, for example, when you revive them, and I always use that. Toggle targeting, I can't remember what it says. Oh yeah, I remember. So basically I've got this off. I don't think that you guys should have this on, since when you do have it on, you basically have to tap the your aim button once and it aims in, and then you have to tap it again to take you off the aim, and I don't really like that. Now the next thing is reset building choice, and I always have that on. So basically if you go off into combat mode and you're left on your pyramid, or let's say your stairs, it always takes you back to the wall. The next thing I have on is obviously aim assist and edit mode assist, even though I think that you should really take this off. Yeah, I think you should take this off, so it allows you a little bit more freedom to move around when you're editing. Turbo building, definitely have this on. It just allows you to build so much faster, as you saw there. Auto material change, definitely keep this one on, because it has happened to me before, when you just run out of materials, say of wood, and then it doesn't change, and just either build yourself off a building and die, or something terrible happens. Controller auto run, I've got this on as well. but even though I don't even have a sprint button. Allow cross-platform parties. This is just personal preference if you want to play with other people on different platforms. Auto open doors, I've got this off, and auto pick up weapons, I've got this off as well, because I don't want to be picking up random weapons that I don't need. This is a recently new feature that lets you circle similar to the right slot on your 5 slots, so the most further to the right, and I always keep that. So this would be, it doesn't matter, I'll show you. Yeah, there we go. So this would be number 5 all the way to the right, just sorts it automatically there. Let me get back down. What else will I leave on? There we go. Build a pro, build immediately. Oh, why is this not on? I think it's a new feature I didn't turn on. Build immediately. It says when switching to a different building piece using Build a Pro, try to build immediately. So I think you guys can have should have this on. Now this is a new feature as well, which is really game changing. So this is also a new feature and allows you to change the control edit hold time. So now I actually changed it to look. I hold X and it does immediately, but if you guys still have B as your edit button, that means it can change the amount of time you have to hold the B button to edit. So I think you guys can mess around with that and try and find your best setting for that. Let me scroll back down. I've got vibrations on because I'm really used to playing, and replays this, that doesn't really matter. So now let's actually get into keybinds, and I obviously use custom. Click that, and basically what I've changed is when you click in the left stick, it reloads it. Basically it's X, what X used to do, so reload and interact. So you can open doors and reload. And now, you guys might be thinking that how can I sprint now? So that's why we turned this feature on, which is sprint by default. So when you click forward your left stick, it just sprints automatically. And it's not that hard to get used to actually, it's quite easy. Right, next thing that I changed is my edit button to X. So it now automatically edits when you click X, so you don't have to wait for that that split second like you used to have when you were on Build a Pro. And the last thing I changed, don't think I changed anything in the builder settings, I don't think. Oh yes, I have. So now instead of, I don't know what traps used to be, but I changed traps to left on the stick as well. So it's a lot easier to get trap kills like this. And yeah, that's basically everything that changed in the build controls. And now the edit controls, which they have recently added, I changed the confirm button, which used to be B. I changed that to X now, so you can now confirm and edit with the same button. Alright guys, so that's basically everything for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you have done so, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. So now hopefully you guys can build a lot faster like this, which is pretty fast I think now with the new updates, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later. Goodbye.